Next up, we have the address by esteemed guest of honor, Mr. John Kerr. He was the former CEO of Edexcel Foundation, the UK's largest awarding body specializing in providing educational consultancy across a wide range of higher education, technical training, and schools. Mr. John Kerr trained as a lawyer and has held legal positions with the London Stock Exchange and the Financial Services Authority. After leaving Edexcel, Mr. Kerr was a director of the Edge Foundation and commissioned 3 city academics and the Edge Hotel School. He is now CEO of UK Awards, an awarding organization dedicated to providing quality higher education certification. He is also currently a strategy consultant in education theory and practice for a number of government and private education bodies, both within the UK and internationally. He holds a number of directorships in private education companies specializing in utilizing technology in education. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor is John Kerr.
Dr. Ashanti, Dr. Bhatia, respected faculty, parents, and above all, dear students and graduates. Today, I feel very privileged and honored to stand here in front of you all and acknowledge the achievements of the amazing graduates who have made both this institution and their parents proud. This event is held to recognize the talents of these graduates who have made an immense contribution already to this institution. I believe that these students exhibit qualities that will not only help them achieve their goal in life, but also bring a glorious success to the Java Institute. But we have gathered here not just to celebrate the achievements of our students, but also perhaps to give some due regard to our shared values and morals, values such as discipline, compassion, and zeal for learning. I believe that Java has provided all its students with a healthy and competitive environment to help them grow in every sphere of activity, be it academic or extracurricular. Java has also given equal opportunities to all students so that they can realize their true potential and get ready to face the outside world once they complete their studies. I'm very pleased to see our students forming and excelling in their respective areas of interest. And to those of you who have received honours and distinction, I say well done. I'd also like to use this opportunity to thank the distinguished chairman, the directors, board members and faculty for taking this institution to new heights and creating a distinct path for the students to follow. I'd also like to thank those parents who are joining us to make this occasion a great success. So what about the future? What lies next in store for all of you? How many of you know what you want to be or do? What will be the jobs of the next 20 years? What will be the jobs of the next 5 years? How many of us ever thought as children of becoming data scientists or social media advisors when we were small? How many of us now really understand the jobs of the future? What a personal data broker will do, what an augmented reality builder will earn, or realize the impact of nanomedics. What will be the jobs of the future? I think there are only 3 certainties. Things happen in careers, things happen in the world, and things go wrong. Disappointment will happen at different times, and sometimes at the least expected time. But it's how we respond to our disappointments and challenges that really counts. So I want to use my time with you today to speak about some things I've been passionate about over the years. I've led organizations, managed people, and known something of life. How you approach things matters more to success than the specific job that you do. Or as someone else has said, how one plays the game reveals the individual. So it's all about character and attitude. Your approach to life will define how well you do, far more than you might expect. Too many people worry about what's on the CV and not enough about what other people would say about them. It's a brilliant challenge. How would you like to be described? People should think more about how they want to be remembered and what would they want people to say about them. Their kindness, their courage, their compassion, All these things are far more important than second quarter results, management styles, or job titles. I don't mean to belittle these things because they do matter. It is a very competitive job market that you are entering, and you will learn quickly that whatever else you do, you have to hit your numbers. But we all leave a big mark on planet Earth, and how we live, rather than what we do or how much we earn, is really important in the end. So if this is something you're interested in, I thought I would share 4 observations. Number 1, try to work for something bigger than yourself. Be passionate about an issue or become well-read in a specific area. You'll find it much more rewarding when you work for the betterment of something beyond your own life, and it will take you much further in your career. For me, improving education to fight social injustice has proved a thread that has stayed constant throughout my career. I could never have imagined that simple goal would take me around the world as a lecturer or consultant. But the point is, my goal was to make a difference rather than aim for some dream job. Number 2, be the most hopeful person in the room. I'm not talking about wishful thinking and naivety. I'm talking more about your attitude as a person. The person with most hope in the room is usually the person with the most influence. I've remembered meetings with political leaders in the UK when we were facing big challenges, and it was easy to become overwhelmed and tough to see a way through the issues. The person who finds a way through or solves the problem is the one who believes it can be done. Hope can bring creativity, and optimism is what the best people convey all the time, especially under pressure. It's an obvious point, but it's perhaps one hard to stick to in life. Number 3, do the small things really well. I always used to say to people joining my team that if I could trust them with the smallest, seemingly least important item, like answering the telephone, the first ring, or carrying boxes, or turning up to events on time, I could then trust them with bigger things like strategy and delivery of major projects. People notice your attitude in the workplace when it comes to these things. They watch to see how you treat people who could do nothing for you, or junior colleagues you don't need to impress. Don't be slack over the little things. Number 4, embrace responsibility. Don't duck it. This sometimes is a really difficult one. Sometimes it's hard to say yes when you're asked to step up and you have doubts. You focus on the belief that others are better placed or qualified. You just prefer being in your comfort zone. All these things are completely understandable, but it's really important to resist that and try say yes. I can do that. That's how people make the differences in their careers and life. So it may be a job, a promotion, a meeting, a trip, it doesn't matter. But I can't emphasize enough the importance of stepping up and saying yes, pushing yourself forward when opportunities come your way. Even if you find out that it doesn't go to plan, you'll find it easier living yourself knowing that you tried rather than wish you hadn't tried in the first place. So just to briefly recap, work for something bigger than yourself, try to be the most hopeful person in the room, do the small things really well, and embrace responsibility. And if you remember none of these today, it's not that important. The one thing I do want to plant in your brain today is that how you go about things really does matter. When we look at the world and the problems we face, it is clear that we need a new generation of leaders rising up in all our countries. And if you're someone who sees opportunities to make a difference in the midst of all these problems, the chances are that you can be one of these leaders. If we're really honest with ourselves, we know that the world has plenty of smarter people than me or you. What it lacks is enough good people to fight for the right things. Whether you choose government, education, or business as your field, we need good people. We need good people, not just smart people. Good people like you. So I wish you all the success in your future careers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The guest of honor, Mr. John Kerr.